Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Empower Your Mind for Success podcast, a podcast for anyone who wants to build an entrepreneurial mindset. So, for the last couple of episodes, we have been talking about your purpose in life and the goals that you need to set to achieve your purpose. But let me ask you a quick question by show of hands. I am raising my hand here while talking to you on the podcast as if you can see me. But a quick question for you guys. I mean, do you feel that you have not found your purpose in life? Are you struggling with finding your purpose in life? I was. It is pretty common to not be able to find our purpose in life given the environment we grew up in, given the employee mindset and the entire education system geared towards making us great ideal employees for the capitalists in the world. It's not a surprise that happens quite often. To give you some idea, some of the mentors that I follow didn't find their purpose until they were in their early 40s, and one of my mentors didn't find his purpose until the age of 58. So don't be harsh on yourself. Your purpose will come to you, and it's okay if you don't know your purpose. And actually, even if you do know your purpose, it may change or evolve with time, because if you met your purpose or while you're trying to work towards your life's purpose, you might find something more honorable and noble to follow. So it's okay if you don't know it as yet, or if it changes in the future. I didn't know my purpose until age 42, which is about 4 years ago. And I believe I believe I have found it. I believe this is the one, but I wouldn't be surprised if it changes, because in the first few years, I thought my purpose was different, and I thought I had fulfilled it. But things change and you find things out. However, one thing common among all my mentors and myself and some of the other people is that for them to find their true purpose, they had to keep working on whatever they thought their purpose is. They would not have found their purpose until multiple strings of events led them to it. And they would not have ended up in those situations while doing something to be in those events unless they did something. They took action. They tried something. They tried to do more than what they were doing on a daily basis, right? They tried to do a business. They tried to join a non-profit. They did some charity work. Whatever the case is, they did something. And I think that is what the key is. Action is the key, I believe. And I realized that by myself as well, because as you know, I had multiple business failures, which I call learning attempts, in my last few years. And unless I had gone through those business failures, I would not have initiated an investigation, a research into why people do what they do, why certain people are more successful than others, why certain people can use the same 24 hours that you have and I have much more better than us. And it was not just intellectual capital. It was not just intelligence. They were not geniuses. I mean, some of the entrepreneurs, some of my mentors are school dropouts. They didn't even finish college. So it cannot be intelligence, right? So when I started the investigation, when I started the research, I read several books. I've read more than 50 books by now. I've listened to more than 1,300 podcasts, and I've spoken to multiple entrepreneurs. I've spoken to multiple millionaires to understand what they did differently. And it all came down to certain patterns, to a certain discipline, to a certain inspiration that led them to do whatever they did. They had more. They wanted to achieve more in life than what was on their plate. And I think that is what the 1% crazy people like us, like this community of entrepreneurs, is we're always trying to solve a problem. We're always trying to seek more. And even though that desire comes from a self-fulfillment of achieving our financial freedom or making more money, it is coming from a virtue of providing value to others, of providing help to others. So it is all right, because dollars always follow value. And we understand that. We as a community understand that. And I want to share whatever I learn with you when I learn it, right? I may not know everything. Actually, I'm pretty certain I don't know everything, and that is okay. But we are on this journey together, and I want to share with you whatever I learn when I learn it in the form I learn it. It can never be perfect, but excellence is what we are all trying to pursue. We are all trying to leave a positive impact on the world by doing our bit. And if we can do that, money will follow, financial freedom will follow, control over time will follow. So coming back to the original question, if you do not know your purpose, it's okay. It will come to you, but don't sit idle for too long, because we all need to take action and work towards something. And that is how you will find your mentor, that is how you will find your purpose, that is how you'll find your business that aligns with your strengths. And to enable these things, I am putting this framework that I shared with you guys about a week ago, called as the EM4S framework, the Empower Your Mind for Success framework, right? Which is basically to help inspiring entrepreneurs like yourself to build businesses through science-based mindset empowerment, right? The journey, the knowledge journey that I am on is not just to believe of what the sages and the great coaches like Jim Rohn, Earl Nightingale, Wayne Dyer, Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and all the others talk about, that we have the power, everything is within us. I believe it. I'm not saying that they are taking us down the wrong path. Actually, they are on the right path. It is true. Whatever we need is within us. We have the potential, and I always talk about it. I'm trying to find the scientific reasons for why that is the case. And I believe we will find the answers in epigenetics, in neuroplasticity, in quantum physics, because those are the new fields of science that now scientists are exploring, and they are connecting the dots. And I'm trying to connect these dots very specifically from an entrepreneurship perspective. And that is why you are here listening to this podcast, so that you can understand yourself, you can understand why you feel the way you feel, you can identify your strengths, identify the people who are willing to help you, and then align yourself to build a business that will help you to achieve your purpose in life. See, all our purposes of our own lives are different. We are all on different pathways, and that's okay, as long as we are all headed towards the same North Star, which is financial freedom, more control over time, providing value to people, helping humankind, right? That is what we're all trying to do. And making money is a byproduct, a pretty natural byproduct of this process. So money will come. I have built businesses in the past where my main objective was to make money, and if I look back on some of those businesses, maybe they failed because that was my only objective. I was not thinking of providing value to others, and I, in my silly mind in those days, thought that it is the business that does not work, but that was not the case. I was not ready to execute on those businesses because I didn't have the right mindset, I didn't have the right skills, I didn't have the right perspective, I didn't have the right discipline. But now I do. Now I have built those things in myself and in my environment that promote me to think more about providing value to others by solving problems. And if the problem that I'm trying to solve is important enough for people like yourselves, for the 1% entrepreneurial crazy guys and girls like yourself, then I believe I'm going to provide value to you. right? So keep looking, keep marching forward, keep doing things that you believe you need to do, and you will find your purpose, right? You may want to listen to some of the podcasts around goal setting, around passion, that I had recorded a few weeks ago, a couple of days ago, and you will be able to connect the dots. But the idea is, find your passion. What are you passionate about? Think about what are the things that you spend a lot of time on in addition to the job that you do, right? What is it that motivates you? Is it watching sports? Is it helping people in a charity organization? Is it writing books? Is it playing music? What is your passion? You can convert your passion into a mastery, and when you do that, you can teach others to do the same, because believe me, what you are doing is not unique and restricted only to yourself. There are a lot of people who have the same interests. All you need to do is find about 1,000 to 2,000 people to follow you, to be in your tribe, who believe in you and your purpose, and you will become a millionaire. This is what I hear from all my mentors. I believe very sincerely in it, and I hope you will believe in it too. I hope you are finding these podcasts useful. If you do, please share it with someone you believe might get benefit from these podcasts. Please share it on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and help others to listen to this message. You never know what kind of message triggers what kind of a thought, what kind of a desire, and inspires them in a way that they would take up entrepreneurial mindset and initiate or start their entrepreneurship journey, because we need many entrepreneurs in the world to make this world a better place, right? So thank you for listening. Please help others. Please subscribe. Please share your comments on this podcast. I read them so that I can then create other podcasts that I believe will provide more value to you. Remember, you have unlimited potential. Own it. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care.